featuring yours truly. All right, coming up next, we got another interview with the unsigned artist, this time from Maryland in the USA.
But this guy goes under the name of Fru.
Fru. He explains what his name means in the interview. We'll let you have a listen. Dal had a talk with him a couple of days ago. Here we go.
Had to get him on the show. Okay, our next guest on GP Radio is an unsigned artist from the States by the name of Fru. How are you?
Hey, what's going on, GP Radio?
Mate, can you explain to us the name Fru?
Fru stands for Fellow Rebellious Underdog, you know. Something I came up with when I was really drunk.
Okay, that's awesome. And what part of America are you from?
I'm from Maryland. Maryland, that's like in Washington, D.C. area or whatever.
Okay.
It's a little county, Peachey County, Prince George's County. That's where I'm from in Maryland, in America.
Okay, cool. Now, is there any projects you're working on at the moment?
Well, I just dropped a project a few months ago titled Polished Misfit. That should be available on SoundCloud for streaming, and that's also available on iTunes.
Now, I've heard a few of your tracks, and this is the reason why you're on the show. Is there a certain direction that you're trying to take with your music?
I'm trying to go the basic route. I'm going to put it that way. The organic, build a fan base organically online or something like that, and just ride it out from there. I'm looking forward to doing some shows next month and a month after that. So it's a gradual process. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you're working with any artists or doing any collaborations at the moment?
I'm working with a couple of artists from around my way, from Maryland as well. You know, I got a couple of them on that EP I just dropped. And I look forward to working with a lot more artists from elsewhere in the near future. You know, I had a track on it with Trail Mac. I'm sure you know who Trail Mac is. I had a track on this particular EP with Trail Mac on it featured in one of those songs. So I look forward to working with a lot more artists in the future.
In your neighborhood, what's the music industry like at the moment? Is there a lot of up and coming artists?
A lot, man. There's a lot. We talking about thousands of up and coming artists, man. You know, with all kinds of hip hop here. You know, naturally we used to do like mostly go-go music. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if you're familiar with go-go music. It's like classic Chuck Brown style music, but he just broken down into like hip-hop / go-go, where, you know, you got a lot of congos and shit, African congos in there, and regular Afro beats and stuff like that. So it's just a combination of that, but that switched up to like hip-hop in like the last 10 to 15 years. So it's a lot of incredible underground artists like myself coming from out here.
And what actually inspires you? And I'm not just talking music. Is there anything that actually inspires you to write or to, you know, do your music thing?
Just living, basically. I mean, I don't know if that sounds cliche, but just living and experiencing certain things. You know, a lot of people have a way of expressing themselves. Some people will take up, you know, doing drugs. Some people would take up, you know, getting drunk or drinking and all that. Some people would take up having lots of sex. I just decided to put my frustrations in the music, you know, and just document whatever was going on in my life in music, in that form. And that's my own way of expressing myself. So that's where my inspiration comes from, like basic life experiences.
Okay, now my final question to you. If you were able to change the world by doing one thing, what would you do?
I would unite Africa.
That's awesome, mate. Now, is there any sponsors or anyone you want to shout out before I let you go?
Yeah, first I want to shout out my man Q, the question for making this happen. I want to shout out my producer J-Rob on the track, a couple more artists, Darius Wiley, D General. I want to shout out to anybody that's putting out some great music coming from the underground in Maryland or whatever. You know what I mean?
Well, that's awesome, mate. Thanks a lot, mate. Appreciate that.
Exclusive.